Hey LGBT, first of all, you might notice that I am no longer blonde. This is my natural hair color. It's weird. Second, it was Pride Week at my college and I got to go to rallies and see awesome documentaries and listen to amazing speakers, which included the freaking amazing Kate Clinton, a lesbian comedian, and she's so funny. I got to have dinner with her beforehand with some other LGBT people from campus, and I got a clip of her saying hi to you. So here is that clip.
Hello, LGBT. We wish you were here.
So this week we're talking about what it means for someone to be transgender. I know when I first came into the community I didn't really know what it meant, and so don't feel bad if you don't know either. But before going into anything, I want to clarify that I am not transgender, I am not an expert, and I cannot personally speak to the issues that transgender folk face in society. I can only speak from my experience as an ally to the transgender community. And now that we have that out of the way, the first thing we're going to talk about is the difference between sex and gender. Sex is basically what's in your pants, or in my case, what's in my underpants. It's been a long week, I'm not wearing pants. That's male, female, intersex, which is a topic for another time, etc. And then there's gender or gender identity, and that's what's in your head. Man, woman, gender nonconforming, etc. When somebody is transgender, their sex and their gender identity don't match the way society expects it to. Usually if someone has a penis, they identify as a man, and if they have a vagina, they identify as a woman. This is not the case for everyone. When somebody recognizes this about themselves, they may then identify as transgender. They are literally transcending the expectations of sex and gender. At this point, somebody may choose to change their appearance to fit their gender identity, they may present as the gender that they identify with, use the pronouns associated with that gender, etc. Somebody is transsexual if they decide to go through hormone treatment and other surgeries to make their physical traits match the sex that their gender identity is associated with. This is called transitioning. Somebody would be MTF if they're going from male to female, and FTM if they're going female to male. Not everyone who is transgender chooses to transition. A very expensive thing to do. Some people don't like to change their body, even if they identify with a different gender. So be aware of that. There's more. A lot of people fall under the trans umbrella, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they identify as the opposite gender that they were assigned at birth. Cross-dressers fall under the trans umbrella. Some people who don't believe in gender, like somebody who is gender non-conforming, fall under the umbrella. Somebody who just likes to fuck around with gender might identify as genderqueer. There's just a lot, and it's all awesome to know and learn about. And basically, don't be a dick. If somebody identifies a certain way, let them identify that way, and respect them. Speaking of respect, we're going to talk about trans etiquette. So back to what I was saying before, always recognize someone as the gender that they identify with. If you identify as a guy, how would you feel if somebody just decided to call you a girl? Not because being a girl is a bad thing, but it's calling into question your identity. It's like if you're an athlete and someone calls you a couch potato. It just doesn't feel right. Second, if you're not sure about the pronouns that somebody prefers or what their gender identity is, don't be afraid to ask. For the most part, people will appreciate that you're being polite and want to make sure that you're treating them respectfully. I think Steph went over pronouns in her video on Monday, and I'm not as brushed up on them as I should be, so check her video out. Third, never use the word tranny, or shim, or he, she, or call someone it, ever, ever, ever. Just don't. It's a really offensive slur. Fourth, don't ask somebody what parts they have down there or what their name used to be. That can be really jolting to somebody to be reminded of what for many is a harrowing past. Transgender folks suffer from high levels of depression, rejection from their family and friends, and okay, how would you feel if I didn't believe you if I asked you what junk you had? Heck, how would you feel if I asked you at all? I think that's all I have to say. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. My YouTube, Twitter, and Tumblr are all in the description. Have a great weekend, and gay it forward. Also, please enjoy this video of me dancing at our Spring Fling dance at Penn State, where I won Spring Fling King. Wow, thanks. Well, half the people in this room are mad at me, and the other half only like me because they think I pushed someone in front of a bus.